Hello, people, and welcome aboard to follow yet another World Team World Team Carcassonne Online Championships match. This time between China and Portugal. My sincerest apologies that I that we are starting a little bit late. Like Luke Skywalker, I have overestimated my powers, and I thought I could have started streaming all the way from 11:00 UTC, but turned out I couldn't, so instead we are starting now. So we are now in the middle of the playoffs, and you may, of course, see that, uh, well, it is the round of 16 at the moment, and that means that we have real stakes. The winners of each of the matches will get to the quarterfinals, whilst the loser will be eliminated from the competition, and they will not be getting any further. So the stakes are massive. Well, you can see the lineups on the screen just above me. They are Mitauket versus Joao Margarido on table 1. We have Secret Star versus Ceteris on table 2. Secret Star, I'm not entirely sure if Secret Star was the or is the account of Zhang Yuqin. Um, it might not be. My memory is not quite 100% playing in here, but anyways, so table 2 Secret Star Accessories, then table 3 we have Dr. Kai Han 2020 versus Diogo Antunes. Table 4 203 Club versus Ricardo Araujo with the screen name Sporter. And table 5 we have Mimi 9 versus Mestre 77. Now, thanks to the chat, we already have an update on the table 2 situation. So Secret Star is leading 1-0 versus Cetris, and we can now update the table 1. So Joao takes a lead versus Mitaoket. And since we didn't really see any of their first game, I thought we could just continue with the same players. So let's have a bit of a look on the statistics of the. Wow, would you look at this? Thinking time 318 versus 2052. I mean, these are almost the levels of Martin Mosic, to be totally honest. Mitagat is also known to be taking his time, but seems that in this game it didn't really bring the results it didn't bring any significant increase on the results. Relatively low number of meeples placed from both players, way above average, I would say. As per usual, the if you want to see a specific match or a specific duel to be played, then do let me know in the chat. So now that we have started streaming, we can actually see any game that you wish. Thank you, Wisemace, for confirming that Ricardo Araujo has lost against 203 Club. So we have China in a small lead at the moment. Or well, in a very momentary lead, as Diogo Antunes also takes a point for Portugal. Now, I would say that there is at least slightly more pressure on on China with this match. Yeah, with this match, as China is the leading world champion in this are the leading world champions in this tournament, since they have obviously won the 2023 edition, and with the Japan winning the 2020, 2021, and 2022 editions. Okay, seems that Joao will be taking a bit of a break with his opponent. So let's instead see what the situation is between the others. So Mestre has taken a 1-0 lead against Mimi, so we can update that as well. And let's take a look at their second game. So for now, looking decent for Portugal, and dare I say that this would be at least a minor upset if Portugal wins this match. I would dare to say that um, China would be at least a small favorite here. Wow. Uh, huh. This is very somewhat unusual. There's a 1 point road for Mestre, so okay, never mind. Uh, +4 for Mimi, and we have a well, about to be a shared city. Still all 3 triple cities remaining, which go into this square. And it is an 87.5% chance for Mestre to grab at least one of those. So basically a shared feature, although Mestre might need to wait for some time before he gets his hands on one of those 3 tiles. So his 2 meeples are possibly well, sort of kind of trapped there for a little while. Mimi with a 9-point advantage, and Mestre with a 6-point road in a safe spot, and has a bit more has a bit juicier city building up, which I would not be surprised if Mimi goes over here and limits this square to a road triangle. Instead, he apparently insists of making a city of his own, which I gotta say I have to disagree with, because this city is only 1 point at the moment, and it can be restricted immediately to a dagger, which is exactly what I think Mestre will be doing. I mean, there is a solid idea behind this, but the thing is that this doesn't really work because obviously only a triple city with a road goes over here, and it doesn't really matter what comes over here. It's not gonna be bad for Mimi. Like, well, he did immediately get a triple city with a road. Not a triple city, but a he got a road triangle, and now threatens to overtake this whole ruin, more or less a ruin, I would say. Um, but had Mimi gotten a dagger or a city crossroad, those would have not been bad for him either, because he would still have at least a 3-point road. He would threaten to complete a 6-point city, and he would only be losing a mini battle of 2 to 4 points. So whether this gets blocked or not, it doesn't really matter. Okay, Arpad, we will be checking the match between between Sporter and 203 Club right after this one. Yes, Kilherme is obviously uh, more or less agreeing with me. Not a total fan of this move with the curve, wanting to limit this or wanting to have the chance to have a tube divider here would have been at least more beneficial for us, but uh, not the possibility anymore. Okay, but the situation has had development. So Mestre has been able to complete his road, start 2 monasteries, which are nicely developed. This is not such a huge block because there are still 2 daggers to go here, so it will require additional blocking, which is exactly what Mimi is doing. Okay, should we go here or... Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, well, only 2 triangles, so it would be kinda unfortunate, or it would be potentially a long wait if we went over here. Though there were both dividers, so it wouldn't have been the worst. And there's the triple city. So now Mimi is having a 12-point city, which could be finished. Also gets a second triple city with a road. Only one of them remaining to this square. And if Mestre cannot find it, his worst nightmares are about to become reality, as he's going to be losing a mini battle of 5 to 4 points, and he has an extra meeple invested here, which is terrible. Mestre also gets his meeple, his monastery meeple blocked. And let's have a look at the point count. So plus 10 for Mimi, then we have a 12-point ruin, or a 12-point city. So plus 22, 23, 8 and 8, 26, 18, 17. So Mimi is plus 17, and he has a meeple more. So this is a horrible situation for the Portuguese player. And certainly this tile was not going to be helping. So what is the road to victory for Mestre? I'm not sure. Um, well, we probably need to get this uh, to get like one, actually like 2 extra points, and then an extra meeple back. Then we need to take this. Maybe go to the field. We probably will need to get this field under our control. And now that we have 2 meeples, we I think should be dropping any farmer here, except that Mimi gets there first. Well, instead now we just gotta equalize the farmers and start harassing this 1-point city, which will not exactly go according to our plan, as Mimi immediately gets a meeple back. And now our troubles are real. Do we attack this and just hope that we get the final triple city like immediately? Is that a thing? Apparently not, says Mestre. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have 3 tiles still that work as connectors. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 1 triple city with a road, which we need over here already. And then we have 2 triangles. And honestly, I would imagine that Mimi goes over here and limits this connection to the triple city, which would be really unpleasant for the Portuguese player. Yeah, does exactly that, and it is a really unpleasant. Hmm. Well, on the other hand, never mind. On the other hand, I was gonna say that we could just YOLO and go over here and drop our final meeple and attack the city with a third meeple, then get the final remaining Dorito immediately, then the triple city, and then a city cap, and then we finish this city. But instead it looks like Mestre is focusing on just having points. Mimi undoubtedly is gonna go over here, drop a second farmer, because it is a 12-point field, and he has a meeple majority. And like he should just take away any risks possible of Mestre invading the field first with a second meeple. We could still go over here. We don't. Plus 10. Let's assume this is equal. Minus plus 11 for Mimi. Plus 3, 12. Okay. If we win this field, we are equal if we get this. But that's a lot of ifs. And Mimi has the meeple, so we are, well, screwed, really. Is there regular curves? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Two regular curves. Well, I guess we could get the regular curve and the other regular curve, then get the triple city. But we would also have to get this. I mean, I don't think this is actually possible for us to win. No, 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 no. I think this is actually impossible for us to win, especially with not getting the tiles that we need. Mimi gets the curve, equalizes these farmers. I mean, should be going here, I think. No? Or yeah, should be going here. Because Mimi can't take the risk of going here and just getting the final curve and then going here and winning the field outright because he doesn't need it. Oh my god. Okay, Mestre is like I'm pretty sure this is a losing move because like this is 3 points and an extra meeple back, but you only have 2 tiles. You don't have time to use the meeples, and this one would have been straight up 12 points. And now there are no regular curves. The remaining tiles are like, I think, the Dorito, 4. Yeah, the Dorito, then we have something something. Any monasteries? We have one monastery. So one monastery, one field triangle. But like those are not the type of tiles that will benefit us really in any way. Or they won't benefit us enough. Because we only have 2 tiles and we can't get to the field. The best we can do is like probably go over here and meeple the city and still try to get to this ruin, which we don't get, but it was still sort of kind of a must because this was the most amount of points that we could have gotten with the 2 tiles that we get. Being 13 points. Like, I guess we could have went over here for 5 points and then a monastery for another 5, but that's 10 points maximum. Oh, but we are winning this field though, which is unfortunately not enough. Now that's just 4 points, and Mimi will have a monastery as the final tile, and we'll be just discarding it somewhere to a random spot. So even though we ended up winning this 12-point field... Oh, wait. I mean, but we could have made a 7-point move here then, and just have faith that uh, we get the crossroad. So it would have been like +6, but undoubtedly way too little. Ah, yeah, never mind. We lose by a billion points. Okay, but it is content as Mimi equalizes on the scoreboard of 1-1. Okay, now let's see Sporter. Except that we don't, because the duel is already over. Uh, well, RIP for the wishes of the chat. China leads 1-0. We get a triple city and maybe farm the field and then attack the ruin. That was very likely quite late into the match. Secret Star setter is also 2-0, so that's the second match point for China, and now we have well, pressure is like the mildest word to say, as Portugal literally needs to win everything that is remaining. Sporter overcommitted with 3-0 to a field, but didn't really expand it enough. 21 points in the end. Yikes. Yeah, I mean over farming is like fine as long as you can expand the field, but dropping your third farmer to a field which is gonna be worth like 7 points per meeple, um, I mean, it can be decent, but it requires a setup where you need where uh, where you need to be like ahead enough so that you just have to secure the field and discourage your opponent from attacking it in the first place. But if you use a third meeple to the field before your opponent has dropped a single one, then chances are you are overcommitting and should be just waiting for your opponent to drop the first farmer before dropping your third. Okay, I believe Mitaugat and Joao are still in a 1-0 situation with, 0-1 situation because Joao is winning at the moment. When it comes to this game, though, using a road monastery to just take 2 points seems okay enough. Though would I be a fan of this more than this? Because there are still crossroads remaining, 3 of them. So there is still a 3-point road available to be taken by mid-target. And this seems like an intuitive move to make. But it creates a 12-point field, and no, but like, yeah, mid-target can just drop a farmer there immediately and at least get a 9-point field very fast, whereas Joao will be taking the 12-point field, so it'll be a shared feature with the added benefit that Mittelgat also, of course, gets the 8-point city versus a 4-point city for Joao. Okay, +7 for the Chinese. Then we have +13, +14, 26, 32, 30, 24, 28, 25, 18. Can this really be +18 for Mittelgat? Huh. Because it really doesn't look that much. Surely I have miscounted stuff. +10, 16, 22, 28, 29, 35, 35, 28, 16, 13. Okay, +6, not 16. Okay, that's more like it. So +6 for the Chinese, and we start another city, and Zhao probably gonna go here and get a meeple back as soon as possible, maybe start another city. There's also another 6-point city, which Zhao can take with any more or less useless tile. Like for example now if he gets a road tile, I think he will be taking this 6-point city because there isn't anything else that he could use, well, this tile really too, except for taking the 6 points. Well, I guess technically he could do like this and meeple the road because there are still several crossroads remaining. Well, 2. But I think this one would still be better actually from here, so that when you get another curve, okay, apparently not, so that when you get another curve, then you may include this city to your field, which potentially will make it a 12-point field. Sorry, not a 12-point, but a 9-point field. And then you still would have 1 meeple extra, maybe attack from here and overrun this field. Like the situation looks still quite decent for Joao, I guess, with 2 meeples. I think he's like -12, -13 or something. 10, 11, 19, 26, 32, 33, 25, 18, 15. Yeah, -15 for 2 extra meeples. Well, this is gonna be likely quite a must do. Getting like any kind of city tile really, and drop a second farmer for 12 additional points if you are able to overrun this field. Then get a meeple back from this. Is he gonna be able to complete this city and go and join this field with this farmer? I don't think so. 1, 2, but let's see. 1, 2, 3. There is one starting tile. One, 2, 3. No daggers with the right-hand side curve. There's a dagger with the no daggers with the left-hand side curve. No daggers of any kind. City crossroads. 2 remaining. Okay. Which means that there might be a possibility to go over here, like all the way over here, although that's... No, that's not really an option, because it takes too long, takes 3 tiles for an uncertain result, like very valuable tiles too. Shao will actually need something like this, so he needs maybe the starting tile here. Then he needs Metalcat to not be able to harass this. Needs to get a city crossroad, finish the 8-point city, drop a farmer, and then get the second city crossroad, take 2 points, and unify these fields and overrun the 15-point field. That would certainly be an option. Might be difficult to execute, but it is an option. Mitagat might even go over here if there are tiles to connect with the second meeple, because he can get a meeple back from here and maybe from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, he cannot get. So this is stuck. But he might be able to get a meeple back from here, though this is an issue. Can we, as Joao, go over here? Because I think there are now 3 city caps remaining with a road, so 2 city crossroads and a starting tile. And if Metalcat gets any of those, then he can't block this city. Then we get a city crossroad, or then we get one of those 3. We go here, we get a meeple back, and then on our next turn we get another city cap. We finish a 12-point city. We drop a farmer, so a 15-point move. 16 with this. I mean, we have to take huge risks here. That's for sure. Do we go here without a meeple? That's a bit reckless, isn't it? But we have to take like huge gambles here. We are so far behind. The attack on the right is tricky. Curves plus straights are mostly gone. Yeah, it might be so that there aren't too many tile or too many road tiles to go here. 5 tiles remaining, from which 3 are city caps with roads. Honestly, for Mitaukat, it wouldn't. I don't think it would be a bad option to go over here and meeple this city, because Joao is for sure gonna be eyeing on that. Like he has to be eyeing on that. Now he gets the starting tile and he meeples the city. Ow! And Mitaukat gets the worst possible tile because he's not gonna be able to do anything to it. Honestly, I think Mitaukat has to go here and extend the city because there are still 2 city crossroads remaining. And if Joao gets one of those, it's going to be a massive risk or a massive chance to get to this field. Mitaka, I think needs to go here and needs to prevent the possibility of the double city crossroad happening. What's the remaining tile except for these 2? Um. Oh no! Is he gonna be? Is he fumbling this? Is he fumbling? Oh no! Oh no! Okay, he gets the second city crossroad. I'm not sure what the remaining tile is. Um, it is not a curve, and it's also not a crossroad. So yeah, I don't think Joao has a tile in hand to get over to get to the field. But still, I think this one was, yeah. Still, I think this tile had to be placed over here to prevent the possibility of this happening, because I do have to say that Mitaugat made a huge blunder here. I think he gave like potential keys to win for Joao. Because this one would have been additional 12 points. But would it have been enough? 12 points. Up. Oh, yes, it would have been. Yes, it would have been. I think Mitaugat fumbled this with the extender. I I'm pretty sure he made a massive blunder with this when not extending his opponent's city, but instead offered a possibility for Joao to actually win the game. with back-to-back city crossroads. And like this doesn't really achieve anything. It achieved it achieved one thing that Joao was not going to be able to get this added to his field and then get a city crossroad. But like it doesn't matter because whatever tile Joao gets, it's going to be a city cap, and he's going to do like finish this one. It doesn't matter which tile Joao gets because there were no other tiles but city caps. He will go here with any tile. So this one was just a waste and a massive blunder. Wow. Oh, did he lose by time? Oh, oh, okay. Okay, so well, that means that Mitaka loses by time because we are, as far as I can remember, as far as I can recall, we are abiding the server clock rules. So red clock means you have run out of time at some point. Well, this is gonna be a win for Zhao in any case. We have no arguments on that because we are going with the server clocks and the server says it is a loss. Well, we'll let that sit there and we'll take a look at the other games. Actually, I think we already got a confirmation in the chat that Diogo won his games 2-0, so it's now 2-2 in match points, and the deciding game will be between Mestre and Mimi, which is gonna be fun. It's gonna be content. Um, okay, so this is gonna be the game that decides it all. Will China be able to have a chance to retain their title to defend it, or will Portugal make us go wowie and knock China out of the tournament? Yeah, I see the chat has been going hot on the negative time, but Mitalkat was at 002 at least. Wait, so did Mitalkat actually not go? to 0 seconds according to the like I don't know local clock or something. There's not even minus in the log. What? Well, that's really weird. That is weird. Okay, well, I want to see this then, because I think it will still be ruled as having lost on time, because that's the like that is the clearest indicator of negative time. Like we are basically trusting the server clock. I think this will be ruled as a loss for me target. Okay, we have 2 meeples for Mestre versus 0 for Mime. We have 1 tile remaining, and we have an 18-point lead for Mestre, and he gets an 8-point monastery, and this is not looking good for Mime. It's looking like China could be eliminated. It is looking like China could be eliminated. This was definitely a tile which Mime needed to win this 12-point field. And we are seeing GG's in the chat. As Mestre gets a 7-point road. I'm pretty sure we have witnessed an upset. Never mind. Mestre is actually winning this field. Well, even more so. This is a major upset for China, I would say. I think China went actually undefeated. Did they go undefeated in group stage? I gotta take a look at this, but like, oh my, the point difference is almost double. Mestre absolutely destroyed his opponent on the scoreboard with 101 to 56, and with this deciding game, at least now the unofficial results is 2-3 Portugal. We'll have to wait and see how the Mitaucat Margarito game is doomed, but I am pretty sure that Portugal will be marked as the winner of this game, of the winner of this match. Even if the clock doesn't show negative time and red numbers, you can lose by the server time. Exactly. So the server clock is the one we are going with, and it is unforgivable. Which means that Portugal has made more or less the impossible happen. I still want to take a look at this. So yeah, China went completely undefeated in the group stage with only dropping 6 duels versus 19, and I I think they were the second overall, like the second best first in the group stage, and despite Portugal only having a +1 tiebreaker, and just so managed to clinch their way into the playoffs, as I think on the 15th spot. They have clear indications of continuing on their route to victory. as they now advance to the playoffs against who? That's a question. I'm actually not sure to which table they will go. Hold up. So this one, this one, this one, this one. I think they'll be in the fifth versus sixth, right? Yeah, I think their quarterfinal opponent will be either France or Colombia. They'll get to witness it tonight. Oh, today, this evening. But congratulations to Portugal. Now, do excuse my unawareness, but I'm not sure if Portugal has ever made it to the quarterfinals. Please do let me know. Is this the first time that Portugal has made it to the quarterfinals of the WTCOC? For funsies, I will take a look at uh, if I can see the final results of the past years. So maybe we can, well, playoffs. Actually, we can see everything here. So 2023. Ah, Portugal has made it to the quarterfinals last year. So it is nothing new actually. But let's have a look. I gotta say I doubt they have made it to the semifinals, but let's prove me wrong on that one, shall we? So in 2022 with quarterfinals, Portugal, I have been immediately proven wrong. 2022, Portugal has made it to the semifinals too, and their best placement for now is fourth in 2022, something like that. Okay. Well, 2021 they didn't make it. How about 2020? I will be interested to see what teams even were in 2021's. Ooh, Japan, Romania, Poland. Okay, Portugal. Of course, Portugal was in 2020. The quarterfinals. Okay, so basically, Portugal has made it to the quarterfinals every single year except in 2021, right? Yeah, so this is no new thing for Portugal. I saw more enthusiasm after Belarus won against us than we eliminated the current champion. Okay. Well, I have reasons for that. I have reasons. Um, the first reason is that I have only woken up like 1.5 hours ago. The second reason is that like it's like somewhat. Uh, I would dare to say that there is like even more pressure in like the group stage if you are like forced to win with 4-1. at least 4-1 than there is to like just uh, get a win in the playoffs, because like there you like it's obvious that you need to win, but it doesn't matter by how much you win. But when you have a situation where you need to win and you can't afford to lose more than one duel, then like there's just a different sort of situation going on. So you would be right. There is more, or there was more enthusiasm after Belarus won. Um, but but I'll be I'll make sure that there is gonna be a lot of enthusiasm if there comes a situation where Portugal and Tutesia meet in semifinals or maybe even finals. That would be something to see. That would be that would actually be quite a dream scenario, I would dare to say. Let's see. Is it even possible? So Tutesia will be in the quarterfinal 3-4, which means that it's not possible to actually meet in the semifinals for Tutesia and Portugal, but it is always possible to meet in the final or for the first or for the bronze medal. But I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I mean the road is still long for both teams to get even to the semifinals. I would say the road is tough, but that is definitely something that I would like to see. Tutesia versus Portugal in in the bronze medal game or in the grand finals. Just rewatched the penultimate move by Mitagat on stream. After placing his tile, his time jumped from 006 to 002 and turned then to 001 and finally 000. Okay, that explains. So it was at 0 at some point, which means that we should be having um, no vetoes of any kind. Should be a pretty much clear thing that this result will not be contested. Ah, hi, self-evident. Yeah, so apparently the sad saga, as Wise put it, continues. Also, like I said, I did take a look at the pronunciation of the name of Wise Maze, and if I'm not wrong, it's pronounced like Utsematse. Do let me know if that's even do let me know if Utsematse is like even close to being like the uh, the correct pronunciation like in German, because that is what you that is what you linked me. That is what my eyes saw when I tried to educate myself. Okay, for the rest of today's matches, I don't think we'll be starting late. This was an exception because it was the first one of the day. So We'll be having at 14 UTC. We'll be starting with Taiwan and Latvia. So in about 1.5 hours. Then will be 2 hours later, RCP Mexico, and we will end the day with Czech Republic versus Hungary. As much as I would like to stream Poland to Czechia as well, unfortunately, there are 3 matches which are all happening at the same time. So France Colombia, which will be streamed by Alexei, by the way, and then Poland to Czechia, and of course Czech Republic Hungary. The choices have been made, and we resulted into Czech Hungary. I think pretty much the only reason why I chose Czech Republic is because the um, the World Championships of hockey are going on, and Czech has managed to get all the way to the finals. So if they are doing great there, then what better possibility would we have to witness Czechia doing well also on other areas? So we'll see if they can honor their hockey team by beating Hungary today and inching closer to another final. But on a different platform and in a different game. Wonderful stuff for Czechia happening these days. So let's say if the server is unresponsive for 10 seconds, it is still on the player if such things happen, even if that is recorded on stream. I'm pretty sure that yes, it is. Yes, I would dare to say that it is, because ultimately it is the responsibility of the player to not run out of time. I mean, I guess exceptions can be like could be taken into account if you have like 2 minutes on the clock and then um, then the server then the server becomes unresponsive, and like you can't do anything. Like maybe if that is somehow on stream, although it's going to be very difficult to prove, then maybe there can be some exceptions made, but I wouldn't bank on having an opponent that uh, yeah, I wouldn't bank on any of my games on having a kind enough opponent to give second chances. I would just do what I can to make sure that your internet works, and pray that their server also works. Aha, slightly harder T, but almost. If you didn't play with both in a game or boost your ratings, that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, talking about uh, the uh, the blocks of the accounts of self-evident. Okay. So one more time, a reminder: the next stream today will be starting at 13:55 UTC, Taiwan, Latvia, and we'll see whether we'll be losing another undefeated team in the group stage, being Taiwan, or whether Latvia will be continuing their streak, as I saw a lot of times that Latvia in the past years made it to the quarterfinals, semifinals, all that jazz, or whether Taiwan will be able to make a stance. That is time for then. I thank you all for sticking all the way until the end from the late beginning, and I will see you soon with more Carcassonne content. Bye for now.